Hey, what's up? It's Karen San Diego, and I'm now officially 9 months post-op. And this has been a great month so far. With every single month that I get closer and closer to be further out from surgery, I feel like it just starts to feel more like normal life versus being pre-op, if that makes sense. So I feel like when I was in the earlier months, I felt like I was a pre-op patient that just got surgery and I was kind of recovering. And the further you get out, the more it stops feeling like you are recovering from something, and the more it just starts to feel like living a normal life, which is a great thing. That is the goal. I did not get this surgery to feel like a patient for the rest of my life. I did eventually want to get to some sort of new normal, and I definitely think that I'm there or I'm getting there. So as you know, in this video, I'm going to give you a rundown of everything that changed this month in month 9. And then at the end of the video, make sure you stay tuned so I can weigh in and you can see what I weigh now at 9 months post-op. So without further ado, let's get right into it. All right, so first thing I wanted to update you guys on was my period. And the reason I'm bringing this up is because in my 8-month update last month, I mentioned that I did just start birth control and I'm taking birth control pills. And last month when my period came after starting the birth control pills, it was like it lasted forever. Like I feel like it lasted like over a week, maybe like 2 weeks. It wasn't ending. It was like really frustrating. But then this month, everything was back to normal. So I'm hoping that was just my body adjusting to the hormones and that moving forward, everything will continue to be normal, because my period this month was completely normal. There was no issues with it. It lasted for as long as the little placebo pills were on the pack. And then once I took the last placebo pill, well, I didn't take it. I never take the placebo pills. I just take them out. Once I took out the last placebo pill, my period was done. Like that was just it. Then I went back to normal. So I'm hoping that it goes the same this month and I can report next month that things continue to be the same. But as of right now, it does seem like that first month was just my body adjusting to the hormones and not some like big thing of my period being messed up now, taking birth control. I say that all to say, even though I was terrified to even start taking the birth control, because I've mentioned before that after surgery without any birth control, my period has been normal. I've had a completely normal cycle, no crazy issues with my period. And that is not normal for me. Before surgery, I had a very abnormal period. I have PCOS, polycystic ovarian syndrome. And because of that, I've always had irregular periods. So going from that to now after surgery, it being completely normal, I was kind of scared to get on birth control. But it does seem that month 1 of birth control was just a fluke, just my body reacting to the meds. And things do seem to be back to normal now. So I will report back if anything changes. But as of right now, it's smooth sailing in that department. Don't gotta worry about my period going crazy, and I definitely do not need to be worrying about getting pregnant, cause get somebody else to do it. All right, so next thing on my list is my boobs. Now, once upon a time, I was a busty woman. I had really big boobs. I don't even know what size boobs, so I feel like I was always just buying the wrong size. I was like a 40 triple D, probably bigger than that. And I've always had big boobs. I got boobs in 4th grade, and since then I've been a big boob girl. But now, the situation is that my boobs are literally just skin. Like, there's very, very small amounts of fat actually in my tits anymore at this point. It is really just skin. Like, it is sacks of skin, and it is getting to the point where it is difficult to find a bra where they can stay in the bra, if that makes sense. So like, yes, my boobs are smaller, so you would think, okay, just buy a small size. Fine, I can do that. However, because my boobs are just skin, they literally just fall out. Like, it's the weirdest thing. They literally just fall out. Like, if I move the wrong way, they will just fall out because there's no volume to them. It's just skin and a very small amount of fat. So I'm finding this month that the boob situation is just getting progressively worse. And it's okay, because I did tell you that I do plan on getting a breast lift or maybe breast implants at this point, because I don't know what we're gonna lift. There's nothing to lift. So I probably will end up getting a breast implant and lift, or I don't know. I have to have a consultation to figure out what the best thing to do here is. But although it's okay, like I can wear stuff and like it doesn't look too noticeable depending on the type of bra that I wear. Depending on the type of bra that I wear, it's usually fine. Like I can get away with not getting my boobs done if need be. But just for the sake of me being comfortable in my body, I want to do it. Like I think like breasts are just something that looks feminine. Like, and for me right now, like not being able to really show them, and they're literally just falling out of everything. When I was in Grenada and I was wearing my bathing suits, they were literally just falling. Like they were falling out the bottom, they were falling out the top. And it's just such a weird thing. And it's only happening because of how there's no volume to them. But yeah. I know some people said, I mentioned this on Instagram before. So once again, if you're not following me on Instagram, you're really missing out, because whenever I'm not posting on YouTube, I'm posting on Instagram like almost daily, VSG related content. I've talked about the wrinkly boob thing on Instagram before, and I've had a few people tell me to use boob tape in my bra. And I think I'll do that for like if I'm going out, like if I have like a function to go to and I want to just make sure that they stay where they're supposed to be, I'll wear the boob tape. But just for like everyday casual go to the supermarket, I don't want to have to put tape on there every day because I think that would affect the skin. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I'm a little bit wary of that. So yeah, so let me know if there's anything, if any of you have this wrinkly boob situation, let me know in the comments what you've done to make it look better for you. Or if you went ahead and gotten the breast augmentation, is it augmentation? Breast, if you got your boobs done, let me know in the comments as well, and let me know how that experience was like. I will be doing it and I will be vlogging it, so wait on it. All right, next on my list of things that have changed this month is, I feel like I mention this one every single time in a different kind of way, but it never stops being like a thing for me. And it's just that I still think, 9 months out, I don't think that my brain actually understands how small I am. And I say that just because of shopping. Like literally I'll go shopping and every single time it is very difficult for me to pick up the size small. Like it's very difficult. I still naturally will at least want to pick up the large. And like in my mind, I don't see myself as a person that's a size small. Like I just don't. And I think it's deeper than what I thought it was before. I feel like it's something that's a little bit concerning at this point, that I still cannot, I can see that I've lost weight. I see that I'm a smaller person than I was before. I can see all of that. However, when shopping and purchasing the size smalls, which is what I wear now, my brain cannot wrap its mind around that. I look at myself in the mirror and I see a person that's about a size large, maybe a medium, right? But a small, I don't see it. So like I'm shopping and constantly buying things that are too big and having to go return it because I didn't buy the small. And it's just been a very difficult adjustment for me to buy the small. I don't know why. Let me know if you've experienced this as well, but my brain is having a really difficult time understanding that and adjusting to that change in a way that I did not expect. Because I figured like if I look in the mirror and I feel like I look good, then I would have no problem with this. But the problem is I do look in the mirror and feel like I look good. That's not the problem. The problem is I feel like I look good at a size large. Like I feel like I look like a size large and that looks good to me. I don't feel like I look like a size small. So I don't know what the issue is there, but my brain is not connecting to what reality is because I do wear a small. A medium if it's really, really structured, but I wear a small. So yeah, I'm definitely trying to work through understanding that. I think I might need to talk to a therapist about it and work past it somehow, because I can't keep doing this. I can't keep buying the bigger sizes and returning, and you would think I would just know to just buy the small, and sometimes I do. Just force myself to just buy the small, but sometimes I don't, and it's just a cycle that I would really like to get out of at this point. I would like to just accept my body for what it is now instead of constantly just being like, you're not a size small. Like, I don't know. Like I'll even go to a store and I'll be looking for my size and the sales associate will be like, hey, do you need help? And I'll be like, yeah, I'm looking for my size. And they'll like look at me and size me up and be like, what do you need, like a small or something? And I'll be like, yeah. But like, do I believe it? No. But yeah, I'm working on that. Definitely weird for me, but I'm working on that. All right, next on my list is I got sick, and that explains why this video is so late. This video was actually supposed to go out like a week ago, but I got sick, not COVID sick, but still pretty sick. And this was my first time being like sick, like really sick since surgery, and I was a little nervous about it because I know that after surgery we have a tendency to be a little bit malnourished, and I know that that can make illnesses worse. So I was kind of worried about how my being sick was going to play out, but it actually didn't feel that different from being sick before surgery. So I was thankful for that. One thing that was very different for me this time is I had no appetite. And previously, I had never been one of those girls who was like, oh, I'm just so sick, I can't even eat. I don't have no appetite to eat nothing. That was never me. Like, I would be sick as a dog, still stuffing my face. But this time, I really did not feel for food. I wasn't very hungry. I did eat only because like I would be like, no, like you cannot be malnourished. Your hair is gonna start to fall out. You're gonna have issues. So I did make myself eat, but I had absolutely no appetite to eat. So I didn't just like starve anyway because I knew that I was sick. I did eat my meals anyway, but I didn't have an appetite while I was sick, and I definitely didn't enjoy eating while I was sick. So that was something that was definitely very different for me. Being sick now versus what it was like being sick before surgery. Next on my list is I experienced my first holiday after VSG surgery. I did make an entire video on how to enjoy the holidays, but the video was actually made before Thanksgiving. So at the time of making the video, those were all just my suggestions on what you could do, but I had not personally experienced a holiday yet since surgery. So I did experience my first holiday. That was Thanksgiving, and it was great. What was remarkable about it for me though was that this was the first time in my life that I had experienced a holiday like that. And for me anyway, it was not centered around the food. And the food was great. The food was delicious. I did eat. I had one plate of food. I actually shared my plate with my daughter. So I talked about it before. Ryan's a pretty picky eater. So in places like this, I'm not gonna make her whole own plate because she's not gonna eat it. So I just put things on my plate that I knew she would eat. Like there was mac and cheese, I knew she would eat that. She ate a little bit of the turkey, and I just let her eat off of my plate. That way I had a full plate, she ate some of mine, I ate a little bit, and even with us both eating off that plate, the plate was nowhere near finished when it came time to be done. So I had just like a small amount of food. I never went back for seconds. I actually never even thought about going back for seconds. My stomach was full. I kind of spent the holiday just kind of talking to family, catching up with people I haven't seen in a long time, laughing, enjoying myself. And the holiday actually became more about that for me than it was the food. Whereas before, Thanksgiving for me was 1000% about the food. I wanted to eat. I wanted to eat as much as I could. I wanted to eat myself until I had the itis and needed to go to sleep. That's what I did every single Thanksgiving, every Christmas, any sort of big eating type of holiday. But this time, that wasn't the point for me. This time, I really did just enjoy being around family and talking and laughing, and that was that. I did enjoy my food, but it wasn't about the food. And I think that's definitely a result of the surgery, kind of shifting my focus and making food just not be this huge priority in my life anymore that determines all of my decisions. So yes, I definitely say it was really, really nice to be able to experience Thanksgiving without it being about eating myself into a coma. Along those same lines with eating, not related to Thanksgiving, but eating in general, my next thing is I noticed that recently I've been ordering food a lot. Like, I have not been cooking, and I want to get back to cooking more just because it's healthier for you to just make your food, you know what you're putting in it. However, the way this, I don't know what to call it, the recession or just the inflation going on, food is expensive. When I say food is expensive, I mean groceries. Groceries have been expensive, and I feel like when you eat 2 bites of food, like sometimes it does make more sense financially to order food outside and eat that same thing for dinner every day for 4 days or 5 days or however long it lasts you versus cooking. Because sometimes when you're cooking and you're dealing with raw ingredients, by the time you get to actually cook something else, the food you bought has expired now. Like, and I'm experiencing that a lot, other than meat that I can like put in the freezer and stuff like that, but like fresh fruits and vegetables, deli meats and like anything that goes in the fridge, not the freezer, I'm noticing that it expires before I can even get to it because of how small I eat per serving. So I'll be eating the same thing for so long that by the time I get to the other things I bought, they're expired. So what I'm gonna try to do instead is grocery shop one meal at a time. Get that out of the way and then move on. Or if I'm meal prepping, just buy exactly what I need for the week, what I know I'm gonna eat, how much I know I'm gonna eat, and go from there. But that's another adjustment that's a little difficult, being that I have other people in the house other than just me, so I have to buy food for them. And I need to think about what I'm gonna eat and plan it out perfectly. I don't got time for that. So in the meantime, while I figure out my schedule and figure out how to have time for that, because I do think it's important, I have been actually just ordering food. So for example, I'll go to like Chipotle. I'll order a bowl. Sometimes I put a little bit of rice. Sometimes I put no rice at all, mostly chicken. Maybe throw some veggies in there. I'll get my sour cream, my guacamole, my salsa, all of that on the side. And the reason I do that is so that throughout the week I can add it on myself so that it doesn't get all mushy in the bowl and make it gross. I want it to last. Or I'll go to like Boston Market. I don't know if you guys have Boston Market, where you are, but they make like rotisserie chickens and some sides. I'll go there, I'll get a whole chicken, eat that throughout the week in different ways, get some sides with it, eat that in different ways throughout the week. I'll get Chinese food. My usual go-to is just like chicken and broccoli. I won't get the rice, and I'll eat the chicken and the broccoli throughout the week. And that turns out to be so much cheaper than buying groceries and cooking. So I think I'm gonna do a video showing you what I eat when I don't cook. Like all of my what I eat in a days have been me cooking my meals. But I think I'm gonna show you what I eat in a day or what I eat in a week, where I'm focusing mainly on outside food. Let me know if that'll be helpful. Okay, so this next one isn't an update, it's more of like a FAQ. And I think I'm gonna be adding these in here as well to my updates because I get a lot of questions, mostly on Instagram and in the comments here on YouTube. And a lot of times the questions are reoccurring, so I want to just make sure I just answer it in case anybody else was wondering. But I saw a lot of comments asking about how much I eat every day. Like I think there was one person in particular who had asked specifically, like, did your doctor tell you to eat every 2 hours, something like that, because their doctor had told them to do that? And the answer to that is no. My doctor never told me to eat every 2 to 3 hours or anything like that. I actually don't remember them ever telling me exactly how much to eat. So for me, I eat 3 meals a day. If you watch my what I eat in a day videos, you know I eat 3 meals a day, the same breakfast, lunch, and dinner I ate before surgery. And then every now and then I'll throw in a snack. Maybe I'll have 1 snack, maybe I'll have 2 snacks. My snacks are usually a Power Crunch bar or like crackers and some ham, like kind of like charcuterie type thing I'll do sometimes, or some fruits or whatever. Whatever I have in my house is what I'll eat for a snack if I'm hungry. But I don't even eat snacks every single day. For the most part, it's breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And I've shown you guys that in my what I eat in a day videos before. I am, however, now curious. With the amount of people that have asked that, I am curious to know how much you guys are eating in a day. Because I want to know, like, is it different than what I'm doing? Like, are you guys eating every few hours, or are you sticking to the 3 meals a day thing as well? So definitely go let me know in the comments what you've been doing as far as how often you're eating. But for me, eating breakfast, lunch, and dinner every day has been enough to keep me full. I don't feel hungry when I do that. If I did, I would eat more. But for me, 3 meals a day has been perfect for me as far as making sure I'm full and getting all of my nutrients in. And then along the lines of eating again, I still am tolerating everything that I decide to eat other than avocados. Avocados is the only thing that will make me throw up instantly. But other than avocados, I can eat literally anything. I can eat pasta if I wanted to. I don't eat it often, but I can eat pasta. I can eat things that are sugary. I can eat anything really. The only time I'll feel sick is if I eat too much. So if I take even a bite over what I should eat, I'll feel like I need to throw it up. Like, and that's just to get the extra out of my system because it can't fit in my stomach. I want to throw it up. But I honestly don't do that often because I hate throwing up. So to avoid having to throw up, I just don't do it to myself and don't put myself in a position where I'm going to need to throw up. But yeah, I'm still tolerating everything, which I think is great. I know that's something that people are curious about after surgery. I know I was curious about that before surgery. Like, would I ever be able to eat XYZ again? And for me, the answer is yes. There's nothing that I could have eaten before surgery that I can't eat now. I just obviously can't overdo it. But as far as being able to tolerate food, yeah, I've been able to tolerate whatever I want, and that has stayed consistent throughout the entire time of my journey. So in month 9, still going strong with that. I can eat anything that I want to eat. But that doesn't mean that I do. I don't eat anything that I want to eat. I really, really do like finding alternatives to things that I love. I showed you guys recently I had found the Quest cheese crackers that are really similar to Cheez-Its, and Cheez-Its is something that I love, so just swapping out with something that's going to be a little bit more healthy, have some protein, have less carbs and sugar. But if I wanted regular Cheez-Its, I would just have it, and I do, just not often. So that's how I've been making that work. I do strongly believe, like, I think you should always do what's best for you. But for me, I believe the less restrictive that I am early on from now is the easier it would be to maintain my results long term. Just because for me personally, I never had a problem losing weight. I had a problem maintaining my weight because the moment I got to my goal weight, I would go revert to all my old habits. And I think the way I eat now is sustainable long term, so that once I reach my goals, I don't need to then revert to old habits because I'm already eating the way I want to be eating now. And that's because, like, I can't overeat because it's uncomfortable for me. And I don't desire unhealthy food every day. So it's been able to help me with my moderation. Yeah, I'm not perfect. Every now and then I do have things I'm not supposed to eat, but for the most part, I do eat pretty well, pretty healthy. So I think as long as I keep that moderation, I'll be okay. And we'll be able to sustain it long term. At least that's what I hope. If you're further out than I am and you have some advice on this as well, how to maintain your results long term, drop that in the comments as well, because obviously I'm not a pro at that yet. I haven't reached that stage yet, but I'm just going based off what I think, based off of how my weight loss journeys have gone in the past. All right, so my next thing I wanted to show you guys is a NonScale Victory. And as I get further along in my journey, I told you guys I have less and less to update on each time because just the nature of things level out. So I wanted to start adding some NonScale Victories into my updates, things that I've accomplished this month. And something that I've accomplished this month is I have purchased my first pair of knee-high boots. Are these knee-high boots technically? I don't know, but they go above the calf. I have never owned boots like this because I have always been too big for them. To be honest, they've never gone over my calves. I've always had big calves, and because of that, I've never been able to own boots like this. So I'm really excited that I've finally been able to buy a pair of boots like this, and I'm gonna show you guys. I'm gonna try them on with you. I've tried them on already. I could not. I was gonna wait for the video, but I could not. But I'm gonna show you guys what they're looking like. Hold on. All right, ignore the outfit. This is not an outfit. This is a filming day outfit, which means it's not gonna make sense on the bottom because it never does when I'm filming, but like I'm just beyond geek that they fit, like they fit. I cannot believe they fit up my calves. I've always wanted a pair of boots like this, and honestly, I want an even higher pair. Like, I want them to come all the way up to my thighs, and I think that's what I need to buy next. But just the fact that these boots fit, I love NonScale Victories way more than scale validation. Like, NonScale Victories will really show you how far you've come. And like, for example, these boots are not like, these are like stiff. Like, you can't squeeze your leg in there. There's no spandex. So like, the fact that these fit, it just makes me so happy, because it really does show me how far I've come. That's why I tell y'all, focus on the NonScale Victories, not just the scale. Like, the scale's great. The scale does measure progress. That's all cute. But the scale's also evil. Like, she will also play tricks on you. So for example, for me, you'll see in a second when I show you my weight, that the number on the scale didn't actually move that far this month. But through NonScale Victories, I'm able to still feel validated even when the number isn't like dramatically falling anymore. And I'm actually okay with the number not dramatically falling anymore because I'm getting further out and closer to my goals that like I don't need the number to drop dramatically anymore. I need these. I need boots. I need NonScale Victories to show me how far I've come at this point now. I just want to be able to live the way I want to be able to buy the things that I want to buy, to wear the things that I want to wear. And wearing these boots is just the first step to me being able to really pop out in this new life and dress this body the way I've always wanted to dress. I feel like I've always had to dress covered up in ways that was not natural to me, only because I felt so uncomfortable in my body. And now being able to just wear what I want, child. Yeah, so that is all of the updates for this month. So now we're gonna go ahead and get right into my weigh-in to see what I weigh now at 9 months post-op. Let's go. All right, so you guys saw I now weigh 168 pounds. So that's about 5 pounds down from my last weigh-in, which isn't a crazy number, but to me, that's a good number to be losing per month now at this stage in the game. I'm actually only 3 pounds. This is wild. I'm actually only 3 pounds away from my goal weight. So my goal weight is 165 pounds. I weigh 168 pounds right now. So I only have 3 more pounds to lose to get to my goal weight. I do anticipate, being the fact that I'm only 9 months out, that I will get to my goal weight and then some. Like, I do think I'm gonna get smaller than my desired weight, which is okay. But now I feel like I'm in the mental space of trying to figure out how to maintain my weight, because I know it's inevitable that I will lose a little bit more weight, but I want to start figuring out how to maintain where I'm at now versus trying to lose weight. So now I'm not actually so concerned about the scale anymore, and I'm starting to think a lot more about the way I look. So something that I think for the next update and moving forward that I need to be a lot more serious about, and you guys know I have gotten more serious about it. I'm talking about working out. I have gotten more serious about working out. Freebeat had sent me the bike that I have downstairs, which has been great. I love working out on that bike. I have some free weights also downstairs that I'm able to use with the bike because it has sculpt classes. I have Apple Fitness and all these things I do use, but I want to go to the actual gym, because everything that I do at home, other than the HIIT workouts that I do on Apple Fitness, everything that I do at home is mostly cardio. And I want to weight train. I want to build muscle to try to, fill out some of the areas that have looser skin, like my butt. Like, I feel like the way the loose skin on my butt is set up, I can easily fill that in the gym by working out. I don't think there's any help from my arms or my boobs, so I do plan on getting those handled surgically. But a lot of other areas of my body, I think I can definitely handle just in the gym. So I want to get in the gym and work out, which I know will make the scale go up a little bit because of muscle weighing a lot. But I'm fine with that because physically I'm fine with the size that I'm at right now. I just really would like to go to the gym and tone things up. I've just been horrible at prioritizing physically going to the gym. So that's my goal, to be able to start lifting more. Not so much cardio I can get done at home, but just really really starting to lift weights and get into that part of my journey, because I haven't really focused on that throughout my journey. I've done some cardio, I've worked out a little bit here and there, but actually really focusing on that, I didn't until now. I think I was just trying to get myself accustomed to this new lifestyle without doing too much to stress myself out. Because like I said before, workouts in the past have felt like punishment, but I feel like I'm in a place now where I'm not working out to lose weight. And I don't think I've ever been in a position like that before, where I wasn't working out to lose weight. I'm working out to tone and to build muscle. And I think going into the gym with that context might make it feel better for me, being that I'm not going in there because I hate my body and I'm trying to lose weight and XYZ. Like, I'm just going in there to get stronger. So hopefully that'll make it easier for me to work out. Hopefully in my 10-month update, I'll be able to tell you that I've been consistent in the gym. That is the goal. Hopefully we get there. If you've been really consistent with your workouts, let me know what you've been doing, because I definitely need to get there and want to get there. So that is the next part of this journey for me. Really getting into the gym, get into lifting weights, toning this body, and seeing what I can transform myself into with some hard work and dedication in the gym. So yeah, that is it for the updates for this month. Just like last month, this month was definitely transformational in that this month definitely is more so solidifying me as just being a normal person again. I feel like I'm really getting back to normal life. I don't feel like a bariatric patient. I just feel like someone who doesn't eat that much food, but enjoys herself and has fun with food. I'm definitely starting to feel a lot more normal with each month that passes by, which I think is just a really, really beautiful thing, to be able to go through something like this and come out on the other side just feeling normal. Like, it doesn't feel super restricting. Any diet that I've done in the past has felt like a diet, has felt restricted. I have not felt like anything that I've done to lose weight in the past has ever felt like something that I could sustain long term. This does though. Eating in the way that I do now does feel sustainable long term, and I'm really excited to see where I am years from now, opposed to just looking at the immediate right now. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to let me know in the comments. Let me know what other videos you would like to see from me. I'm always looking for suggestions because I want to make sure that I'm pumping out the content and giving you guys all the type of videos that you are looking for. So definitely let me know what you are looking to see from me. In the meantime, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe, and I will see you in my next video.
Where in the world is Karen San Diego? From BK to Belly, it's anywhere she say so. She changing your life, can see it straight through her eyes.